welcome back to Crafted Hours. It's me, your girl, Chrissy B, and today I'm going to show you how I made my birthday cake. So every year I brainstorm ideas for my birthday, and this year I just kept thinking of roses and sunflowers on an all-black heart-shaped cake. So first I'm trimming the edges of my layers and then cutting them into the shapes to make my big heart. I wanted it to be 2 flavors, so I made it half vanilla and half chocolate chip cookie flavor with edible cookie dough filling. For each flavor, I made 2 squares and 2 6-inch circle cakes. So I cut the squares in half to make 2 triangles, and then the circles in half into semicircles. And you can actually use a heart-shaped pan instead of using 2 different pans if you don't want to go through the hassle of having to bake in different pans and then trimming and all that. So I assembled the cake in the heart and checked my template to make sure that it was symmetrical. And now that everything is the shape I want, I prepare my cake board by taping it to my turntable so the cake board doesn't slide too much while I'm trying to assemble the cake. Then I take my buttercream and I place 2 lines on the cake board to act as glue to keep the layers from moving. Then I start layering up. For the chocolate chip cookie side, I alternated between buttercream and edible cookie dough filling. And then on the vanilla side, I just kept the filling all buttercream. And after I have everything filled, I check to make sure my shape is still symmetrical, and I wipe all of the excess buttercream that got on my cake board off. And after I have everything lined up and stacked properly, I take my buttercream and I just pipe around the whole cake to make sure I get an even layer for my crumb coat, kind of. When piping the buttercream all over the cake like that, it makes it easier to smooth out with the scraper. So it's like you don't have to, keep spreading it on with your icing knife, if that makes sense. And once I have this layer as smooth as I like, I put it in the fridge to chill and just crust over. Probably was like 20 minutes or so that it was in the fridge. Then now for the black. So I did the same thing with the black icing, just pipe it all over the cake and then take my scraper and smooth it out. And as you can see, I was struggling to get the top perfectly smooth. So I went back to smoothing the sides out and trying again to smooth the top, but I wasn't satisfied with the look of it. So I took parchment paper and I used my fondant smoother shaper thingy, and I just smoothed out the top. And you can see like how smooth it'll be by how the icing is like sticking to the other side of the parchment paper. So once I smoothed everything out, I didn't take the parchment paper off right away. I put the cake in the fridge. I left it on and put the cake in the fridge to stiffen. and then like after about 15 or 20 minutes, take it out, and then I peel the parchment paper off with no icing sticking to it because the icing has now hardened a little. I made my own stencils with 6mm Mylar template sheets. And yeah, so with my stencils, I took a fan brush because I don't have like a fluffy brush, so I need to get new icing brushes. But I took my fan brush and I used gold luster dust and kind of brushed over and pressed into corners with that luster dust. And the word fine wasn't as defined as I like, so I took some black icing color and I tried to like get the edges more defined. I didn't realize how messy luster dust would be, but I really loved how it came out, and I didn't mind the extra dust that got all over the cake. And now onto the main part of the cake, the flowers. To make the roses, I used a regular icing nail, I think is what they're called, and the flower petal tip. It looks like this. And then after filming, I realized you guys couldn't see what I was doing, so I tried to get a closer view, but my camera was so blurry, so hopefully you can see somewhat of how I'm making the flowers. For when you're piping roses, you want the thin or the narrowest part pointing up. I still need to practice more, but they didn't come out half bad, so I was really satisfied with the look of them. And for the sunflowers, I used the same icing tip, except I needed a Y-shaped or concave icing nail, and I couldn't find it anywhere. And by the time I found it, it wouldn't have gotten to me in time, so I had to improvise, and I made my own, and it worked. Using the flower petal icing tip, I made sure the wide end is facing up, and I just pipe a circle along like the bottom to be my guide. And as I pushed up to make the flowers, kind of like a up and slightly over and down motion for each petal. The bigger your circle is, the bigger your flower will be. The smaller your circle is, the smaller your circle, because you kind of use the circle as your guide. So yeah, I switched it up. I made bigger flowers, medium sized flowers, and like smaller flowers because I wanted to be different size flowers on my cake. And now that the petals are all piped, I filled the bottom in with some icing and made like a little dome for where I'm going to pipe the middle of the sunflower. And I know sunflowers are typically brown and sometimes greenish brown on the inside, but I already had black made, and I thought maybe the black on the inside would pop better with the cake since my cake was all black. And I like the way that the black looked on the flowers. I'm not very good at explaining things, so hopefully you guys can just get the gist of what I'm doing by watching my hands. After I pipe each flowers, I put them in the freezer to harden, and I had to make sure to be extra careful when removing the sunflowers so none of the petals broke off while taking them off while trying to peel them away from the foil. And that's how I made all my sunflowers. So you keep doing that until you have all your roses that you want to make and all the sunflowers, the amount of sunflowers that you want. And then to stick them on the cake, I just used my leftover black icing and piped a little glob and stuck the flowers in. I truly stepped out of my comfort zone doing icing flowers, but it was not as hard as I thought. Now imagine if I shied away from the idea of doing icing flowers, I never would have created this beauty. So whenever faced with having to or wanting to do something outside of your comfort zone, go for it. And you never know where it might take you and what you might create. And once I had all my flowers in place, I took my leftover icing and just filled in blank areas with little rosettes and stars. Well, I hope you liked watching me construct my birthday cake. If you liked what you saw, please like and subscribe. And if you didn't like it, I don't know how you made it this far into the video, because I wouldn't have watched 11 minutes of something I did not like. So that means you low-key must have liked something I did, right? So you should like and subscribe too. Just kidding, but feel free to check out some of my other videos, and thank you so much for watching, and I can't wait to see you in my next video.